Good morning. We are so grateful to be in this timeless space with you. You have shifted. You have changed so much. And we see you recognizing the magic that is pouring into your reality. And the way the light grid was set up was that as the light pours in and the clarity gets greater, the fog dismisses itself. You would also notice all of the energies around you that were no longer aligning to this higher path you had chosen. And the universe wanted you to be in this beautiful dimension, but also recognize the contrast as you parted ways with the old systems, behaviors, and patterns that were keeping you from entering into your truest, most authentic season. You see, we were on the precipice for a while, and this last year has been monumental in growth and evolution, anchoring who you are. But this last dose of light, this last opening, it ignited something within you. It ignited something within you, all of you. And you can feel a deepening in who you are coming forward, wanting to be expressed. The information that each individual light worker carries with them is the beautiful expression of the Akashic memory of all of your lifetimes that you have chosen to store in the DNA of your body. And as you ascend into higher levels of consciousness and understanding of who you are and how you fit into the oneness of it all, you will begin to access more and more of this beautiful coding that you carry. Every moment you break free from a perception you once held, and you allow yourself to enter into a new perception, you begin to receive more information from the codes of your DNA. And it doesn't matter what newness you are allowing into your field. It is the opening of oneself that allows the new expression of DNA to come forward. Within each vibration, within each frequency, there are many chords of expression from the Absolute that could mingle with who you are. And then in every level up, there are more chords of expression from DNA that you are newly accessing that can add to that. This is the way the blueprint of the human was created. This was always the growth and expression of the self. But the man-made reality around you wants you to believe that you should find stability and stay the same. And we want to encourage the opposite of that. We want your stability to come from who you are, your connection to all that is. Because when you are connected to yourself in that way, there is no external disturbances that can get you unhinged from that inner knowing. You are not walking around in confusion. You are not walking around in a misunderstanding of who you are in Source's eyes. And this adds to a deliciousness of what you get to be in this life, what you get to showcase yourself as. Every human on this planet, if you will, in this realm, is exhibiting a parallel reality. There is not one human that is exhibiting the same experience, even if they're sitting next to you. And this is the deliciousness in what we all bring here, what we all get to share. And the moment that humanity begins to recognize that their individual perception is what is deliciously building this collective energy, you would care more about your own energy and what you are adding to this collective. You understand how the oneness in who you are is creating in the absolute. The power you carry when you monitor your inner energies and adjust yourself. The way you navigate your day-to-day moments with your reflection, with your understanding of who you're becoming at the forefront. Humanity is at a point of convergence. You are recognizing that to be the same is to be a part of the lie. And for many who have been on this journey, they are beginning to receive the coding within them that is settling in and saying to them that the uniqueness within you is everything that is needed. Create with it. It doesn't matter how. What matters is that every level of the absolute field, the oneness, the source within you, it is tapped into and received, expressed in some way. It could be walking your dog down the street. It doesn't matter to any of us. But what light are you carrying with you? That's the beauty in being you. And it's the beauty of the web you're weaving with the collective that you have incarnated with at this time. And if you could see the deliciousness in their perception as that beautiful thread weaving in and out, creating stability within other chords of frequency, you would understand how magnetic this collective is becoming. Don't get distracted. There have been massive shifts on your planet. And when you are focused on the external, you cannot feel the internal the way that we want you to. There has been an amplification within your realm, within your reality, that is showing you pieces of what is to come. Please don't rush it. Allow yourself to settle into the energies as they move forward. Every being right now is at a bit of a crossroads, a choice point. At a very deep soul level, there are choices being made. What level of evolution am I ready for? What understanding is next for me? And this conversation between their highest self, their highest aspect and source, is determining what their mind, heart, and soul is going to be capable of coming into coherence with in this body, in this avatar. And it is not good or bad. It is just the polarity of this reality as it ascends. And it is ascending into non-duality, yes. Yes. But you must experience your duality before you ascend into non-polarity, before you allow yourself to experience the true oneness of the Absolute. Because in the oneness of the Absolute, you see the divinity in each other. You see the deep divinity in each other's choices, all the way down to the way they behave when they interact with you. You see the way Source moved through these interactions to serve the higher good of everyone involved. This is the beauty that your heart is opening up to. And so, as your loving team supporting you from another space, we're just going to advise what we would do if we were in your shoes. We would stay so deeply connected to the God force field. We would stay so deeply enmeshed in a conversation with our heart. We would take ample time to reflect. We would ask ourselves frequently what really matters. We would regulate our nervous system, even when our mind says we're fine. Soothing the nervous system is opening up the flow between the dimensions inside of you. We would try to perceive ourselves differently all of the time. We would never choose a right or wrong. We would just see it as it is, collect the data, and make the decisions that are in our highest good, based on the communications that we are having with the Absolute, with the God force field, with source energy. We would allow ourselves to embody in every moment the sacredness, the importance of your focus, your energy, where you place it, and where you expand it. We would rest often. We would continue to tell the mind that this reality has distorted your masculine energy. That in the construct of the society you live in, there is a rush, a speed that is more unnecessary than you could ever imagine. And we would do everything in our power to release the need, the shoulds, to perform for anything or anyone other than your connection to Source. Your reality has withheld massive amounts of information from you. And it is very urgent that humanity becomes aware that you are in the midst of an ascension event. This information will allow you to quickly release all of the structures that are not serving you anymore. There is a lot that comes with that. But there are also many minds and hearts that are prepared to be on the leading edge of what is next, to rebuild our systems and programs, communities, to serve a greater good. There is so much beauty here in the DNA opening within you. And we are just going to ask that all of you continue to open in your expression. Meditation is a beautiful, beautiful tool. It allows you to slow down and begin to understand the subtle nature of higher light realms. These realms are different. They are subtle in the way they communicate, yet once you understand that subtle energy, it is very powerful. It is very strong. At times, undeniable. There are moments Crystal is receiving messages and sources telling her, go, act now. And because of the feeling and the practice of this space, she trusts this information undoubtedly, unwaveringly. And every step she takes as she trusts this information, she is receiving back to her this boomerang of light. And it is helping to advance her consciousness faster than ever. So if you are wanting deeper contact with your higher aspects, please slow down. Quiet yourself more frequently. We are not asking you to listen to your mind space. We are asking for you to drop in and listen through the speaker of your heart. This is where Source will connect with you. If you are attempting to advance your communication through your brain, through your mind, through your thought, please know it may be a little bit more difficult to cleanse and clarify yourself, to open up your telepathy through the third eye without accessing the heart. The heart chakra allows you to navigate your communication with large levels of discernment. The other thing we would recommend is to allow yourself to take very sacred showers. Cleanse yourself fully. Your energy, your mind, your heart, let it all wash away. See it in your mind's eye. Feel your chakras getting clearer, more regulated, more balanced. Feel them begin to project outward your energy, your essence, your aura. You see, the truth here is, sweet beings of light, you have entered into your 5D timeline fully. You felt the shift. This time it was also different, because the others felt the shift too. And it's very clear to them that something is off. Don't be alarmed by this. Encourage everyone around you to keep going. The awareness we are all coming to about the different timelines we are collectively experiencing is truly going to help encourage the others to begin to move forward in their own inner growth, their own connection to Source, their own deepening and opening of the heart space. The energy of the third dimension is one that needs to see it to believe it. And when they see your life shifting and your practice moving, everything about you continually evolving, they will look within. And that was always your light work, way shower, to embody so fully that you struck a chord within everyone around you, that they join you in this frequency of looking within, of coming back home, rekindling joy and creation in this reality, rekindling fun and excitement in this reality, community connection in this reality. No one is being left behind. But for some, the light will just need to get a little louder. And that's where you come in. Express yourself fully. Not for them, for you. The more you do, the more of that DNA information, Akashic record information you will access. The more the ideas and motivations and inspirations will begin to pour into you. And you've been asking for that spark. We've heard you. You've been asking for that spark back. And collectively, we all agreed that we would aid each of you individually back to your inner spark. We are here. In this new timeline, things will move forward quickly. You will see things shift very quickly. The first thing you will recognize is that you are outside of time. We have had this conversation with Crystal a lot lately, as she has found herself late, and she doesn't normally run late. And she finds herself looking at the clock. Oh, massive amounts of time have passed. There is a disassociation from the time-space continuum that exists in this reality as you ascend, and many are feeling it. Don't be hard on yourself. If you can continue to disconnect from time, it'll serve you well. We were explaining to Crystal the other day that her intuition is going to kick in and replace what you call your human timing. You are at a place in your connection where the connectivity of what is needed of you and what you are wanting to do will be able to be in alignment and fluidity. And you will feel the pull of moving on to the next thing as you sit in your alignment. This inner timing will become your guide. It'll become the way you move forward as you continue to pull away from the structures of your reality. We want to remind you in every moment to stay focused and choose the version of you that you are wanting to be present. If you were in a normal upgrade and just moving from a note within a chord, we would not be asking you to stay so focused on this higher version of yourself. But because you have just shifted your timeline into a higher reality, both individually and collectively, and you are the dominant frequency in this reality, being the awakened being that you are, we love you so much. We are going to ask that you revisit, re-enliven the beautiful practices that help you anchor in new frequencies. When you are feeling uncertain of yourself, when you are feeling uncertain of what is next, when you are moving into a new identity of self, a new vibration, what do you do to allow yourself to anchor into the newness of who you are becoming? These are the practices we would like you to settle into tenfold by the end of the year. There is a tsunami of light. The sensitive beings can feel it already. By the time the spring comes, you'll be living in a whole new world. We are so excited for the upgrades and energies that are incoming. But first, we want you just to remind yourself that you are stabilizing in a new reality currently. Let your foundations be built here first. For many, the telepathy and the messaging has been at an all-time high. We want you to know this is also because of this shift. The way you read energy is at an all-time clarity, and it's because of the way you've received this shift. Play, create, get outside. You want to make space for this light. The old reality, the old versions of you, they will call you back so hard in these days. Old patterns and old thought programs, old feelings, they'll show up just one more time. Are you sure you want to leave us behind? Gently look back at these versions of yourself and say thank you. Thank you for everything you've given me. Thank you for everything you have taught me. You showed me who I really am. You showed me to witness my own power. You showed me to love my own magic. And it's the greatest gift. But you're not serving our highest path together. And as much as I love you, I have to let you go. And you wave goodbye. And you let that old self go. And you turn around with all of your love. All of your love and your magic. And you move forward. If the old self and all those old patterns and behaviors could transmute and come, we'd let them. But these ones, you see, they're not. And they're keeping you stagnant. They want you to live in a box that you escaped long ago. Love those old versions and release them back to source. You are outgrowing so many things right now, and it's good. It only feels intense because it has been held back. Things that needed to be let go of along the way. And sometimes with your fears and your doubts, your uncertainties, you keep things there thinking maybe they will change. But what Source is asking of you is for you to just walk away. Do what you need to do to embody these high sacred codes of light. Write letters to your old self. If you need to say thank you and part ways with aspects of yourself that are no longer serving you, write it a nice little goodbye letter. As the initiation of 2024 comes to a close, you'll find yourself closing out many cycles between now and the end of this year. See the beauty in it. It is the God force field redirecting you back to your heart, back to the things that help you focus, back to the things that help you evolve. Because right now, as you focus on your internal reality and you allow yourself to shift, you are ascertaining the highest reality you can reach, which makes you such a beautiful and powerful thread that is woven into the collective energy, holding them up in light, holding them up in love, holding them up in the beauty that you see, and all of these changes and everything that is to come. You are different, light being. You have shifted. It is within you. And when you feel it, there is no denying it. We want you to know how loved you are as you walk into this new paradigm. Part 1 of your experience in the earthly realm is complete. you have entered into part 2. And we can't wait to see what you will make of it. Our love for you is bigger than the skies. And we hope that when you look up at night, you feel it. We are all around you. And we are always with you. Our love for you is endless. Keep going. Keep going. We are complete.